Thanks so much for joining us for Talk Pittsburgh. It's Monday, and we're back. Mikey's back. We're back on the airwaves after our basketball took over.
I know. I don't know if you're anything like me, but I'm trying to figure out. 1 minute the weather is hot, it's cold, it's warm. I don't know what to wear.
Spring will make up its mind one of these days.
I hope so. All right. Well, ahead this hour, we're heading to Heather's Kitchen because dinner is coming up. She'll show you how to make this carb-loaded comfort dish. Chicken Alfredo garlic bread. Yes, please.
You will be saying that. It is so good, Mikey. You're going to love it. And Spring Cleaning Week is here every day. We are going to tackle a new way to declutter and clear the way for spring. And today, this is a good one. We're focusing on better ways to organize your mental space.
Oh, looking forward to that. But first, did you know March Madness is becoming one of the busiest times for a certain medical procedure for men? Find out why they're timing the big snip with a stretch of big games in today's Table Talk.
What are you getting us into, Mikey? Oh, no. That and so much more coming up this hour. First, Pittsburgh, let's get you caught up on your hometown headlines. Here's your bird's eye view in under 90 seconds. Keeping an eye on Butler County now, where Mars and Adams Townships are talking merger.
So leaders say that the move could streamline services, cut costs, and expand resources.
It's a proposal from power companies NextEra Energy and Exelon Core. This is a mock-up of the map done by our partners at the Post-Gazette. It's a 220-mile transmission line from Marshall County, West Virginia to Perry County, Pennsylvania. The line would travel through Greene, Fayette, Westmoreland, and Indiana counties. Police in Arnold will now be wearing body cams. The city and county DA's office will split the $13,000 cost for those body cameras. Oh, you know it's spring when we're talking baseball. In fact, baseball's opening day is this Thursday. The Pirates are going to be on the road for a stretch before their first home game coming up Friday, April 3rd. And we are going to stick with sports because it actually plays a role in some households' major medical planning. Turns out March Madness is inspiring a very unexpected kind of reset. Mikey has more in today's Table Talk.
Oh, buckle your seatbelts. Now, brackets aren't the only decisions being made this month. The Western Pennsylvania urologists say they see a noticeable spike in vasectomy appointments during the NCAA tournament. Yes, you heard that right. The Trib reported on this. It's a trend that earned the tongue-in-cheek nickname Snipsburg. Doctors say the timing makes perfect sense. The procedure typically requires a few days of rest, ice, and very limited activity, which pairs perfectly with hours on the couch watching basketball. Now, many couples intentionally schedule vasectomies so recovery is finished before spring and summer vacations. And doctors say it offers a rare chance to slow down. It is often less invasive than female sterilization, making it a practical option for families who feel complete. So while some fans are filing brackets, others are apparently making sure their roster is officially set. But in all seriousness, this does bring up an interesting point. This time of year marks a turning point when people feel ready to make drastic changes. It's a natural time to reset, refocus, and think about what you want the next chapter of your life to look like. And I really enjoy that perspective.
Yeah, but let's just get straight to the point, because all this is that they get to sit on the couch and watch basketball.
That's all it is.
I like how you tried to frame this into a very nice, positive. The family has made a decision. We've talked about this. You need to rest and recover.
I know. Well, you know what? For some wives and couples, especially for women, I guess it can be kind of frustrating trying to get husbands to agree to do that. I think some men feel it's part of their manhood, and I mean, I guess it is in some ways, but it's like a way to nudge them in a I don't want to say a right direction, but in
like,
that
hey,
direction.
you're going to do it anyways. This might be the best time
as well.
to do it. It's funny because I was just talking to a friend of mine who's pregnant with her third, and they're done after this. But she's like, oh gosh, she's 28 weeks pregnant, so she's in the home stretch.
There, yes.
But it's still a long time. Like you're in that final stretch, but it's still a long time. And I was like, yeah, but here's the thing. The springtime goes so incredibly fast when you have kids.
Yes.
Because it's spring concerts and end of the year stuff, and you're buying stuff for the teachers, for end of school gifts and all that. This time of the year starts to get so incredibly busy. And this is when they're going to take off.
Yeah. Right now, this is what you're gonna take off. So intentional, so bad. You know, but it does make me think about
try January.
Just January would be good.
January is good. January is a good time.
Things that you are outside of vasectomy, scheduling those things that you are resetting this year, that overall mentality. And for me, I know for a couple of years, it was always saying no more often and not saying yes to everything.
Yeah.
But I have found that I'm saying no too much, and I want to do more.
I see.
This spring and this summer. So yes to friends, yes to dinner dates, yes to, I mean, not everything, within reason.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, and I think that you and I are kind of on that same timeline, because last year was my no year. And because I had my hysterectomy and I really set that up to be like, I'm going to take this year to recover, to reset, and just say no. I need to start saying no to more things so I can be with my family and focus on me. Right. And then I went into this year that this was going to be a yes year for me. It's been an okay yes year.
Okay.
I've said yes to a lot more things. We're going out on monthly dates again. Like I'm saying yes to the things that I want to do. So yeah, I say do it. I don't know if that means a vasectomy for you at home.
Could.
But it could if you wanted to be.
Why not?
Okay. Well, as we mentioned at the top of the show, it is spring cleaning week here on Talk Pittsburgh, and we're doing it on PTL too. If you watched this morning, we're putting a fresh spin on what it really means to clean things up.
Yeah, that's right. This week is all about inspiring you to refresh your space, your habits, and even how you see the world around you.
So tomorrow, get ready to meet a woman who's turning trash into treasure, creating stunning works of art from items most of us would toss away. I mean, you're seeing picking up trash off the street.
Look at that.
Who better to tell this story than Boaz? It is a fresh perspective on cleaning up our communities and finding beauty in the process.
How cool. And for Wellness Wednesday, Dr. Natalie Gentili has your must-have health checklist. She's breaking down how often you should be scheduling those key screenings and appointments like mammograms and even hearing tests. I can't even tell you the last time I got a hearing. I must have been a kid.
Well, that's when we started talking about it, like that checklist of things that, you know, ages have changed for when you're supposed to get some of those screenings and start some of those screenings, but hearing tests are one of them. I think for most adults, we don't go until we start to notice a problem.
Right. Wait, what did you say?
Exactly. Plus, Boaz and his wife, Brooke, are letting us behind the scenes as they tackle a project many of us put off: cleaning out their closets. From what to keep to what to donate, they're showing us how a little organization can go a long way. So we hope you join us all week long as we reset and maybe even rethink what spring cleaning can look like in our everyday lives.
I'm pretty impressed. It looks organized already.
It does.
Yeah. All right, and before we head to break, we want to recognize something extremely special. We were off air for a couple of days last week due to March Madness, but last Friday marked the 3-year anniversary of Talk Pittsburgh.
It feels like just yesterday we had this baby. Of course, we want to thank everyone who works on the show day in and day out. The guests who lend their voices to our program. We have so many wonderful regulars who join us. And most importantly, we want to say a big thank you to all of you, the viewers out there who support us and this show. None of this would be possible without you. It's been an incredible journey. As you know, we've undergone so many different changes since we came on the air. You know, when we started this show and it was just me, I felt it in my bones, like this is not a single show host or single host show.
No, I get it.
It felt like we needed more voices. We needed more conversation. We have so much fun on PTL, and I was so excited when we started to make those changes to bring in more people, including you, Mikey. It's been a wonderful journey.
It really has. It's been a lot of fun. I love talking. I love talking to Pittsburgh, and I was telling you this the other day. I was out this weekend, and so many women came up to me and told me how much Talk Pittsburgh means to them, how much they love the show. And my husband was just like, wow, like that's, I mean, people typically come up and say hi, but it was just very targeted, very focused.
I love that.
And they were just talking about how much we are a part of their day.
I do feel like in all of our conversations, we get to peel back the curtain. And what did I say last week? We are the nebbiest show. I want to be the nebbiest show. We are going to peel back that curtain, have more conversations. And thank you for being on this ride with us.
Yes.
Still to come on Talk Pittsburgh, Ray and Elizabeth Petland show you the science behind fluorescent lights and how to light them up without even plugging them in.
And this Women's History Month, Daisy is introducing you to the women at the center of the Pittsburgh Opera.
But first, it's time to crack into a recipe that screams spring. Learn more about this local brunch spot and why it might need to be your next weekend stop. That's coming up. The Ultimate Wing Showdown is heating up. A little bit excited here, as you can tell. This morning on PTL, we unveiled half of our Wing-a-Ding bracket for the next round, what we are calling the 8, the whole plate 8.
Oh, love that. And now it's time for Talk Pittsburgh side. We've seen some upsets in basketball games so far. Any upsets here? We've got Wing Suds and Spuds versus the Barn and Barrel, and Dale's Place versus Inferno Pizza.
And here's a look at the full 8, the whole plate 8. On the PTL side, there's Bar 48, the Steel Plate, 12 Whiskey Barbecue, and EB Wings. And we want to thank Dishburg for jumping on board to sponsor this year's bracket challenge. All you need to do now is head to our Facebook page. Let us know which wing spot will head to the next round. It is so exciting to see the enthusiasm behind all of this.
So much fun. Yeah. And while we're on the subject of food, there are brunch spots, and then there are destination brunch spots. Those are the kind that you have to keep you thinking about your next visit before you've even paid the bill.
Oh, we're coming back and we're taking more friends. Yes. One of those places is serving up dishes that celebrate simple ingredients in the most delicious ways. We have the owner of the Speckled Egg with us, Jacqueline Shadle, here to whip up a little taste of spring. And I walked in and I said, oh my gosh, it smells amazing. One word. Bacon. Bacon. Jacqueline, thanks for coming in.
Of course, I'm happy to be here today.
Well, tell us a little bit about your spring menu. Is this part of it here?
Yeah, so with every season change, we always try to go with the seasons, and we're going to see a lot of peas, and you're going to see lots of different spring items on our menu. And then for today, I brought some of our spring cocktails, lots of floral influence.
That's wonderful.
And then also we brought today I feel like quiche is something you could make for Easter or spring event, and it seems so daunting, but it's really just not.
It's not daunting. It doesn't have to be.
I'm just going to give you a couple secrets, and then you could.
And then you could do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, let's get started. I'm going to tell you, I love peas. Like peas are they're my jam.
My son too.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I 3 and 4-year-olds are on the same
Yeah, he
playing
just turned
field.
4, and peas are like, he's like, peas are my favorite vegetable.
Oh, good. As long as, hey, if you could get them to sign up to one vegetable,
One green
that's
one is
fine.
good.
That's
Yeah.
great. Okay, so it looks like you have a homemade pie crust.
Yeah, but here's one of the secrets. If you don't have time to make a pie crust, you can get a store pie crust.
I've done that before.
And then just make sure with quiche, you just want to par bake that. So like, bake it like we have it in this shell, put the pie crust on the shell, bake it almost like completely. And if you bake it completely, oh well, you won't have a soggy bottom.
Right.
And that's a huge part of this. And then from there, all you're gonna do is just put any ingredients that you're passionate about, like my son, the peas, and also he loves sausage and ham, so we're gonna do peas, a little bit of peas, a little bit of ham.
A little bit of ham.
And now while you're adding these ingredients, they look really fresh. They
Yes.
really do. I mean, like, look how green the peas are. Where do you source?
So we use as much local ingredients as we possibly can. I mean, right now in Pittsburgh, it's still tough because it just snowed.
I know. And we're like back, we were talking about at the top of the show today. What kind of cheese is
Goat
this?
cheese is my favorite.
Cheese.
I feel like
how
it's mild,
like
but it's
little
still like,
pearls.
I'm here.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then another secret is once you pour your batter in, pour it in, but then when you get to your oven, top it off. So you're not going to have this huge mess.
Right.
So you're bringing this to your oven.
Right.
And you're going to be able to top it off without getting a mess
And spilling it everywhere. Yes.
So that's another huge
And
plus with these quiche, because it makes it easier.
for your batter, are you doing, eggs to milk? Is there a milk ratio? Or are you saying? Okay.
That's another great thing. So if you have your ratio higher of milk content or heavy cream content, it's gonna make a fluffier quiche.
Okay.
That's another secret you should absolutely.
More milk or cream.
And
Yes.
how long do you let that bake for?
This is gonna bake in the oven for a low temperature, like 275, for about an hour and a half.
Yeah. And that'll make sure those eggs are nice and fluffy and cooked
Right,
through.
but
Wonderful.
Yeah, and I like to pair it with the salad, but
So you have a
not
nice
necessary.
fresh pickled onions, my fave. And what kind of, is this like a vinaigrette?
Yeah, that's our lemon, our white balsamic actually.
Can I dress it?
Of course,
Okay,
yes.
let's dress this up.
And I brought you girls cocktails. This one's got a
love
lot
that.
of floral influence, and then the one you have over there is called Champagne Dreams.
Okay, that's what I'm making over here.
Yes, I'm gonna get you a spoon for the ice.
Okay. So what do I do? Do I just kind of spoon this
Everything's
ice?
in there. You'll add the ice to the large shaker.
This one? Okay. Now what's in?
Mike is
What's
here.
in?
You switch me spots so you
Yes.
can help her.
What's in the large shaker here?
There's gonna be a sparkling wine syrup, some lime, a little bit of, always need a sugar content, so a little bit
Always,
of syrup
yes.
in there. And then what you'll do from here is you'll just,
I wanted to see your tongue.
I
take a
think we
bite.
should let the
Music to
professionals
your
handle
ears,
it.
you know? Love it.
That's good.
And then my bartenders would kill me if I didn't double strain it. So you'll double strain your cocktails, but if you're just at home, who cares? You know what I mean? Just
That
get
looks
it
lovely.
in the cup, you know?
And then this is garnishment?
Just a
Do we
little
just
garnish.
kind of
yeah.
plop
Right
that
on
in
top.
there? And what is this?
That's lavender, so that's dried lavender.
Oh, do we sprinkle that in
Yeah.
there?
It makes
That looks
you
so
actually,
good.
Gosh.
This is delicious.
Thank you.
You can taste those
Lavender is
peas.
such a good trend right now.
So fresh. I'm feeling spring.
Oh,
Thank God.
that's good.
Yeah, we're almost here. We're getting there. No more snow. We're calling it.
No more snow.
The Speckled Egg has 2 locations, one in downtown Pittsburgh, the other is in Southside Works. We're going to have more information on our website. You got to check out the spring menu. Next on the show, we have the spring flavors here, Mary, but after a taste of spring this weekend, we're wondering if it's going to stick around because I know we felt that cool down today.
We are still in for a roller coaster this week. We have a little bit of everything, some really cold temperatures tomorrow morning, and then back near normal. But you all have plans you want to do outside. I'll have your forecast by the hours when we come back.
I knew the storms were coming last night, but so I was soaking it up and I was out running errands, Mary.
Right.
And I'm just looking at that sun. I see the clouds. I'm like, I'm going to miss all the sun if I don't get home
I
soon.
know. We did everything. I mean, we put out our patio furniture yesterday, then we covered it up for the rain, and then we kept going outside and doing it. The kids were jumping on the trampoline. We put that up. I mean, we were just in and out, but we had to soak up those 80s while we could.
You know, we've had snow in May before, so we are, I think in Western PA, are so used to the ups and downs that come with spring.
Yep.
But we have some great questions for your forecast by the hours this week, and I think because of the up and down, everybody wants to know. Lynn is cleaning out the garage, putting away snow stuff.
Yeah, she has all of her snow stuff. She says she can't get in her garage right now, so you can do it. I mean, I'd put it all away. I don't think you need the shovel or anything like that, but we're going to see temperatures still on the colder side. So this evening, we're still cloudy, but it will be dry. It's going to be a little bit breezy, so just kind of maybe don't put anything that's going to blow away completely outside. Just, you know, start cleaning, start doing it. You need to, or else you're going to be
wake up to a huge mess
I
one
know,
day.
yeah.
And Chrissy, yard work on Tuesday, cleaning out the flower beds and mulch.
Yeah, I wouldn't plant.
Yeah, wait for that.
Well, I also don't have a green thumb because I use fake plants. But
well aware, Mary.
But you can.
I know.
Yeah, it's going to be cold. I mean, tomorrow morning, I think your best bet maybe to wait into the afternoon. I mean, with the sunshine helping, but 37, it is a shock to the system coming off of those 80-degree days. But sunshine will work in your favor. Just put on the gloves, put on the heavier jacket, and then just start cleaning those flower beds out so that you're ready to plant.
Yeah, and Chrissy, if you were watching last week, you saw Arona Road Greenhouse was on, and they actually recommend waiting a little bit because everything that we want, all that good stuff that's underneath in the soil, has to stay warm a little bit longer.
See? I don't know that.
You know what? Take Tuesday off, Chrissy. Enjoy the day.
Take Wednesday. Just take it all off.
Rich is going horseback riding on Tuesday as well.
Oh, how fun. I was like, oh, I have to use this question because I want to find a beautiful picture of a horse. I mean, I'm telling you, it's going to be pretty nice. It's going to be one of the better days. We're back near normal into those upper 40s. We do have a few spotty showers around 5, 6 o'clock tomorrow, but it's not going to be a washout. You have sunshine for the majority of the day, upper 40s. I think that's okay to go horseback riding in, right? I think. I don't also ride horses.
I don't either. But you'll have the sunshine, a little bit of warmth out there.
Yeah. We'll take what we can get.
Jane's question, I adore, wants to know the best day to get ice cream.
You know what I say?
What do you say?
Every day.
Every day is a good day.
Every day is a good day for ice cream. So I put good every single day, but it does obviously warm up by Wednesday. So if you're looking for a day where it's in the low 60s, Wednesday's your best bet.
Perfect.
I mean, still today, upper 40s, then 50 on Tuesday, more sunshine around. So I think every day's I mean, yesterday was great to get ice cream. We totally missed the boat on that one, but we'll get them back soon. We'll get them back soon.
John and Jan cleaning out the cars, getting them washed. I told you I'm splurging for the first time ever and getting my car detailed.
Yes.
I'm so excited about this. But if you're going to do it yourself,
if you're going to do it yourself,
I did
it the other day, but I'm sure I didn't do a great job. But you have kids in the car, you know.
It is disgusting.
Yeah, mine was gross too.
It's so gross.
I think honestly, if you're going to do kind of cleaning out your car, you're great to do it every day this week.
Okay.
If you want to do a car wash, you can still do it every single day, but you know, they always ask, hey, do you want to add the wax? You're not supposed to wax your car if it's colder than 50 degrees.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't either, because I don't obviously wash my car. I just go through a car wash. But yeah, because the wax won't
like adhere or something?
So Monday, Tuesday,
Science.
not the best days, but Wednesday when we're in the 60s, just take it through the wash.
Okay,
Take
good
it through.
stuff.
We might have got a free one from Mother Nature yesterday, but
I could not believe
I know.
the amount of rain. It woke me up at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I had this moment of panic where I could not remember if I closed my sunroof because it was so nice earlier.
No.
1 a.m. I was like,
But you did.
I did.
If not, you're going to get it detailed anyways.
See?
So.
It all works out anyway. Okay, thanks, Mary. Good questions this week. Lights, camera, action. Ray and Elizabeth Petlet are showing us how to create light without connecting to electricity. Take a look at this.
That's so cool!
Fluorescent lights, they've been around a long time.
And today we're going to do an experiment with them.
We're going to take fluorescent lights and try to make them light up, even though they're not in a socket or connected to any electricity. It's a simple experiment that looks really cool if you know what to do.
Fluorescent lights are made of fragile glass and filled with mercury vapor, so you only want to do this experiment under the supervision of a responsible adult.
Technically, I'm an adult.
Technically. You also don't want to touch the towers or the power lines attached to them.
Being a responsible adult, I agree.
To do this experiment, you simply hold the fluorescent light up under high voltage power lines. Never try to touch the lines though. Just hold up the bulb and like magic, they'll light up, at least partially, even though they're not plugged into anything.
It's really weird how they light up. How does it work?
How it works is actually all dependent on what makes up a fluorescent bulb.
According to the Edison Tech Center, fluorescent bulbs light up because they're ionizing mercury vapor in the glass tube, causing electrons in that gas to emit photons at ultraviolet frequencies. The UV light interacts with the phosphor coating on the inside of the glass, and this process converts the UV light into visible light.
All those things you mentioned are in the bulb, so how does it light up without electricity?
Well, the first clue is the crackle you hear when you're standing under those high voltage power lines.
Remember, we need to ionize the mercury vapor in the tube. The crackle or buzz that you hear around high voltage power lines are caused by the ionization of air by the electric field around the conductor. Also, as the current moves through the power line, it creates an electromagnetic field. The Environmental Protection Agency says the strength of the electromagnetic field is proportional to the amount of electrical current passing through the power line, and it decreases as you move farther away. This means it increases as you get closer. Standing under a power line is definitely as close as you need to be.
Hold them up.
When you hold up the tubes vertically, a potential difference in charges will exist across the tube, as one end is slightly closer to the power lines and one end is pointed towards the ground. According to Washington State University, the tube will light, showing the potential charges in the direction of the field or in the direction of the power lines. These potential charges are enough to excite the mercury vapor, which emits UV light that interacts with the phosphor inside the bulb, making it light up, even though it's not plugged into anything or touching any electricity source.
And that's what makes these light up.
And being a responsible adult, I had to tell him these are not lightsabers.
They are not, but it'd be pretty cool if they were. Reporting from home,
I'm Elizabeth Petland.
and I'm meteorologist Ray Petland. I am your father.
Science is cool. Still to come on Talk Pittsburgh. It's cheesy, it's crunchy, and the whole family is going to love it. Ahead, I'm going to show you how to make chicken Alfredo garlic bread. Was a crowd pleaser. And we showed you the opera fashion show on PCL this morning, but here's the real showstopper. Pittsburgh's opera scene only exists thanks to 5 founders, and they're all women. Daisy's got the details. That's next.
Well, it's the last full week in March, and as we continue to celebrate the women who shaped our city, and that includes the founding 5 women of the Pittsburgh Opera. Daisy Jade has more.
Hey everyone, well, we are celebrating Women's History Month, and we decided to stop by the Pittsburgh Opera because did you know that 88 years ago it was founded by women? And we have a very special guest to talk a little bit more about the history. We have Cindy Kerr here, and Cindy, you are a current board member, but you are also a descendant of one of the founders. So please tell us about how special that is to be continuing that legacy that your family is part of.
Yes, my grandmother, Virginia
C. Byerly was one of the 5 women that founded the opera in 1939. Wow. And she had a daughter who was also named Virginia Byerly. And then she married my dad, and he was also an opera devotee, and he's been on the board for 20, 30 years, and now I'm part of that.
Wow, it sounds like opera really was such a part of your family's history. And so tell us about, like, maybe growing up and just having that such a part of your life.
Well, growing up, we definitely went to the opera and all the classical music things, but many of me and my siblings kind of went away from loving opera, but came back as adults. So it's been really wonderful to come back and just be blown away by Pittsburgh Opera's drama and music and orchestration, and the whole field of opera, the whole industry is just absolutely fascinating, and it's thriving.
That's right, and it's doing such amazing things in Pittsburgh. So I'm actually going to go over here to meet with Rachel, who is the Director of Development. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Yes, and of course, so many of these arts organizations rely on critical fundraising, and this is part of what you do for your job.
It is, yes. Producing opera is a very expensive thing to do, and it's not just what you see on stage. We're a nonprofit organization with education programs in 13 counties and free community programming right here at our Bitts Opera Factory in the Strip District, as well as neighborhoods around Pittsburgh. We have a top-rated resident artist program, one of the country's best, and most of our folks are local. Our chorus, our orchestra, our costume shop, they all live right here in Pittsburgh. And one of the things that I find most exciting to tell people as they learn more about opera is that ticket sales cover less than 20% of our costs.
Wow.
Less than 20%. The rest comes from fundraising.
Yeah. And so you have very special opportunities to fundraise. I know that specifically one of my favorite shows to see is the Pittsburgh Opera Fashion Show, which we are standing between some beautiful costumes that, performers have used in the past. But of course, tell us about some of the other ways that you incorporate the community to help support you guys.
Absolutely. There are so many ways, and the fashion show is one of my favorites, and you've been such a fabulous model for it. We have a new event series, Outside the Salon, which brings opera to neighborhoods across Pittsburgh and pairs it with art, wine, live polo, all sorts of wonderful cultural things. And beyond that, one of my favorite ways to support is by joining the Noteworthy community. Noteworthy is our monthly giving program. Starting at just $5, you can make a real impact at Pittsburgh Opera. Quick, easy, reliable way to support our education and community programs. And members also get free invitations to special events, monthly raffle. So you can join us for $5 a month or more at pittsburghopera.org/noteworthy.
Well, of course, the opera provides us with so much great entertainment and so many things for our community. So thank you so much for helping to bring these arts and also for it to continue for decades in the future.
All right, I love the opera. Thanks so much, Daisy. Well, the Pittsburgh Opera's next big event is tonight's It's About Time fashion show. The next opera is Falstaff. It opens at the end of April, and we'll have a link to their events and operas on our website. Well, ahead on Talk Pittsburgh, Heather's got some good news to share today.
Oh, yeah, we're kicking off the second half of the show with the stories that are making us smile this afternoon, including a hero dog and headlines that are making a comeback. All that and more after the break.
Welcome back to Talk Pittsburgh. Thank you for spending your afternoon with us.
Ahead this half hour, my kitchen is steaming up. Blackened chicken and creamy Alfredo sauce are on the menu tonight. Our next Home Sweet Heather is coming up.
Oh, sounds delicious. And we all hold on to things we don't need, not just those old shoes sitting in the closet. We're talking about emotional clutter that causes stress and anxiety. Well, today we're learning to let it all go. But first, let's get into some good news that has us talking. Well, this canine named Ranger is getting a thank you fit for a hero. He helped find a 14-year-old girl after she went missing during those strong winds earlier this month. Ranger followed a trail for over a mile before finding her safe near Fairview Park in South Fayette.
Oh, and in case you missed it, thanks to new ownership from a new nonprofit, The city paper is coming back. They stopped production, you may remember, not too long ago at the end of 2025 after 34 years. The announcement came last week that they would be returning later this spring, not only online, but with a physical print edition as well. We're happy to have them back.
That's definitely some good news.
Yeah.
Well, spring cleaning isn't just for your closet. It might be time to declutter what's up here too. From old grudges to that never-ending mental to-do list, emotional clutter can pile up before we even realize it.
So how do we clear it out and make space for something better? Here to help us hit the reset button is Jennifer Eisenreich of Shift Show Communication. It's always good to see you. You brought a very visual demonstration here today for us to really put some eyes on this. So I know we all carry that emotional clutter, emotional baggage, and you're going to kind of help us walk through getting rid of it.
Yeah, this is a big box that represents all of the stuff that we carry around. And in our minds, we tend to carry a lot of garbage with us. Some of the things that we need to deal with day to day, and many other things that really are not ours to carry around in the first place.
So, and that big box there, I see some labels there. Is that dent on a car?
These are the things that happen to us that we need places to put, so we can't be walking around stressed all the time, or else we can't handle the things that come to us. So it's really important to sort out the things in our minds that we have room for. This is a little box, Keep, that represents the things that we actually have room for and the things that we should be focusing on our life to stay healthy. We've got our health, our energy, our part of work, only our part, not the whole big thing, because that's too much.
We're not the president and CEO of the company.
No. Exactamundo. Our relationships, and then other random good things that we have in our life that we need room for.
All right, so you're going to kind of walk us through. And so we have the big box over there, and this is going to kind of be like, are we calling it trash? Can we trash it? Can we junk it?
We're going to call this just things that we can put down.
Okay,
things that we can put down or maybe give away. So as you see with this small box, we don't have a lot of room. If we try to put things in our small box like world problems, it doesn't fit. That's got to go in the toss box. Other people's problems doesn't work in the box.
Business.
Oh, can I throw that one in there?
What if?
What if?
This is a big container.
This one comes in at 1 a.m.
Yes, please, let me toss it.
Okay, go girl, in there. What if? Done, we're tossing it. And how about a nice big container of measuring up? Something we all try so hard to do. It's in the box. We're not going to have room for that.
My what if this morning was, what if I left my sunroof open on my car and literally got up out of bed? It was closed anyways, but it's fine. It's fine. We're all.
You did it. Then there are other things we keep hanging around, like stories that we tell each other about how people feel about different things. We tell ourselves stories about what people mean by what they say, by what maybe their gestures, and the stories are usually wrong because we can't tell what people are thinking. People can't tell what we're thinking, so we've got to toss those too.
So what is this one?
Stuff I can't control, which is almost everything. We can't control so many things in our life. So spending a lot of time worrying about it, like things that fall off, spending a lot of time worrying about it just isn't serving us. So it's going in the toss box.
And I'm a theme here. Lots of things disappearing into the big box here of stuff we don't need.
So in this box over here, it says matter when needed.
These are things that matter, and we only think about them when they're really needed. You can't toss everything, obviously. So some of the containers, like issues du jour, like if you left the sunroof open, that would be an issue that you had to deal with. So that had to do with,
okay,
you
so
can
we're going
put
to keep
that in a box that you only pull out those things when you need to. Work stress, unfortunately, happens, but we can't just deal with it all the time. We've got to put it in a box and put it away sometimes. The same with difficult conversations. We will perseverate on those things. Conversations we need to have, conversations that we've already had, and we need to put those away. Same with uncertainty. We can't perseverate on it. We have to put it in the box. We have to deal with it sometimes, but put it away. Only deal with it when you need to. These are the things that should have the most
uncertainty. This is me. I'm like, well, you need a backup plan and then a backup plan to the backup plan.
Yeah, you do. Plan A, B, C, and D.
Can this go with my uncertainty?
It can go with it. We need to have a little bit of room saved in our box so when things happen, we can neatly fit it in there and deal with our issues.
This makes a lot of sense as to why you can so easily feel overwhelmed, even when there's not a lot going on in your life, because you have like all of the stuff that's out on the table that you don't need.
All the things. We don't need to carry all the things all the time. They are not always ours. We've got to just kind of toss them away in the spring. That's good.
I feel better already.
Excellent.
Because I see money in there as well.
We
so
were just
that's great.
tossing it.
We don't need,
Yeah, tossing it. Thank
Toss
you
the
so
worry.
much. To find out more about Chip Show Communication and Jennifer's other work, we're going to link you up to her on our website.
That was fun. I feel freed. All right, still to come, we'll talk Pittsburgh. We're checking in with the KDKA TV news team for your first look at tonight's newscast.
Plus, with temps back in the 40s, we're carb loaded one more time. I'm making a cheesy garlic bread topped with a creamy Alfredo sauce. This one will have you second guessing bathing suit season. And we don't care. We're putting it in the toss pile anyways. It doesn't matter.
Don't worry about it.
It's crunch time. Dinner is quickly approaching, and if you're like me, you're hungry.
Yeah, today's Home Sweet Heather mashes up two favorites, garlic bread and chicken Alfredo.
Cheesy blackened chicken Alfredo garlic bread. This is insanely good and viral for a reason.
Oh yeah, viral for a reason. I can certainly tell this. This is chicken Alfredo garlic bread. So you get that heaviness of the bread. It reminds me a lot of a pizza boat almost. We're taking all that yumminess of a chicken garlic Alfredo too. So let's begin. We got our chicken tenders waiting for us, and I'm gonna show you a hack. Gloves first. This part is so gross, and I do hate it, but I like chicken tenders so much better when you can get the tendon out of the chicken tender. We put on our gloves, you find the tendon, put your fork through it, grab the tendon with a paper towel, and pull. There you go. So we have our chicken. I have my coffee, which we need before we make dinner. 2 cups of shredded Parmesan. We are also going to add in a lot of butter and 1.5 cups of heavy cream, garlic. As you know, I like my garlic. I have a loaf of French bread. You can also use Italian bread. It's totally your preference. Some garlic butter that we are going to use for our bread, some mozzarella cheese, and then I have some Cajun seasoning. To our prepared chicken tenders, olive oil, and a pretty healthy dose of Cajun seasoning. Now, if you don't like Cajun seasoning, you can use anything else. If you just want to use some salt and pepper, it's kind of like a spicier spin on chicken Alfredo, which is one of my favorite things. I'm gonna turn my pan on hot, get that going, and add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil to our hot pan. And we have our chicken going. You're gonna make sure that this is cooked all the way through. We do wanna make sure, even before it goes in the oven, that it's thoroughly cooked. Drink coffee while we wait. I just bought this and I'm so excited. I've always wanted one of the pinching salt and pepper bowl. And even though the Cajun seasoning has probably enough salt, we're just gonna add a little bit more, just to make sure this is well seasoned, as they do on all the cooking shows. A little bit of pepper too. How fun is that? Chicken is still cooking, but I wanna make sure that our bread is nice and toasty. So we're gonna take some garlic butter. This just has some Italian seasonings, garlic, red pepper flakes, and we're just gonna get both sides nice and coated. And we've already preheated the oven to 350 degrees. To this, we're also gonna add a good amount of mozzarella cheese. So we've already used some Parmesan, or we're going to use some Parmesan for our sauce. I have also cut out and dug out a lot of the inside of the bread just so that when we make the chicken Alfredo, it stays in its home. In the oven it goes 5 to 10 minutes. And perfect time. Time to flip the chicken. Look at that nice golden brown we got. This is just gonna cook a couple more minutes on this side. All right, everything is happening at once here. We're gonna take our chicken out of the pan, let this sit for just a couple minutes while we make our sauce. And, whew, getting splatter on my face. Sauce time. What am I doing? 2 tablespoons of butter, garlic, and then we'll add in our heavy cream and more Cajun seasoning right to this same very hot pan, although I might step back. We have our butter going. This is about 2 tablespoons. Garlic. We want to scrape up some of those brown bits, and I'm going to step back because this is very, very hot. What did I do? Let's turn that down. I hope this feels like how your kitchen feels. It's just a little bit of a mess. And there's a lot of me talking to myself. And this is when we're gonna add in our 1.5 cups of heavy cream. The pan should be on a low heat. It's going to take about 5 minutes to really simmer down, and then we'll add in our Parmesan cheese and our sauce will be ready. Our sauce is starting to thicken up. We started to see it bubble just a little bit, so I'm going to add in the 2.5 cups of Parmesan cheese. Let this cook just a couple more minutes until it's well incorporated. We are ready to assemble. I know it was a couple different steps. We're just about there. We're going to take this chicken, spread it on top of our bread. We're going to take our sauce. Not going to use all of it, and we are just going to put it right on top. We're going to pop this back into the oven, again at 350. And this is just gonna cook for another 5 to 10 minutes. Just keep an eye on it. You don't want it to burn. Okay, all done. We're gonna cut these into little serving pieces. I made a little salad and also got a little bit more of that Alfredo sauce to serve on the side. Let's give this a try. Very good. You get the crunch from underneath on the bread. And all that really wonderful garlic butter, and then the Alfredo sauce has just enough kick. Perfect for dinner.
I'm gonna pick up my jaw off the floor because I think I was drooling. I don't know if there's drool on the floor here. That looks so good. It's a chance to have bread as an entree, like just for dinner.
Right?
That's your excuse right there.
My gauge is if Scott Danka, the photographer who shoots all of these, our wonderful photographer, if he finishes the whole plate after, then I know it's a success. And he went back for seconds.
Of course he did.
So we're going to link you up to the original recipe from Bad Batch. That's who shared the original viral video. Go to our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh. Hope you enjoy. We'll be right back.
So good, so good.
I want to take a moment to find out what you could expect to see on KDKA TV News tonight at 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, Christine Sorensen is in our newsroom with some of the stories our news team is working on. Christine?
Yeah, good afternoon, Heather and Mikey. There are a lot of stories we're working on. First, a KDKA investigation on unsolved murders in Allegheny County. Parents and loved ones of murder victims meet once a month to talk about their cases. Lead investigator Andy Sheehan sat down with those parents who are fighting for justice. Why so many of them believe police know who killed their loved ones and what has to happen for those suspects to be arrested. Also, Damar Hamlin's expanding his Chasing M's Heroes Scholarship to now include people in Pittsburgh. How this scholarship will provide much needed support to local students as they prepare for their future. And as of today, we are officially 1 month away from the NFL draft coming to Pittsburgh. We are looking at the final push to get the city ready. So all that and a whole lot more coming up.
It's hard to believe the draft is almost
It
here.
really is.
I know.
A month.
We've been talking about it for so long now, and today we're going to talk with city leaders on what still is on the to-do list and where things stand as a clock to Pittsburgh's biggest party is counting down.
Oh my gosh, I just think about this video of this guy running around. It's a comedian that they redid the video to make it look like Pittsburgh is getting red up for the draft, and I feel like we're down. It's crunch time now, Christine.
It is definitely crunch time, yes.
All right. Thanks, Christine. All right, still to come on Talk Pittsburgh. We're wrapping things up with your bus stop forecast and what's coming up on tomorrow's show.
Well, keep those winter coats out. We have another cold morning tomorrow. We're going to be waking up in the 20s. Good news is winds will be calm. It is mostly clear, so should feel into those low 20s or even the upper teens. But we have a lot of sunshine in store through the day. Our temperatures will get closer to average, those mid 40s once those kids are getting off the bus, and it's going to warm up through midweek.
Oh, can't wait for that. Thanks,
just
Mary.
70 degrees.
It was just 70 degrees. Wild. Thanks, Mary. Well, coming up tomorrow on Talk Pittsburgh, behind every thriving school is a leader setting the tone. But what really makes a principal great, not just good? Tomorrow, the MVPs are here, the most valuable principals, that is, to show you how a great education starts for your child.
And meet the woman turning trash into treasure, stunning art made from what most of us toss. And who better to tell her story than Boaz? A fresh look at cleaning up our communities and finding beauty along the way.
Thanks so much for joining us for Talk Pittsburgh. We will also be streaming on CBS News Pittsburgh tonight at 9. The KDKA TV News at 4 starts right now.